Superstars. It is time for social studies. We are on chapter 2, lesson 4. How do people move from place to place? What do symbols tell us? A symbol is a picture that stands for something. Symbols are everywhere. Let's look at these symbols here. This symbol, that is a stop sign. So that tells us to stop if we're driving. This symbol is telling us that there is school crossing. So we need to watch out for people crossing the road. Let's look at these pictures over here on page 55. Draw a box around the symbols that you see in your neighborhood. So let's look at the first symbol. So this right here, which you see in the picture, that is for the speed limit. That tells us how fast we can go. The next symbol is right here, and that says railroad crossing. That lets us know that there's a train and we have to be careful and watch for the train before we cross over the tracks. This symbol is telling us no right turn. You may not turn right when you see this symbol. And the last one right here is telling us that there's a bike route, that there are bikers riding their bicycles and we need to be careful. And that is their area that they can ride their bicycle in. So circle the ways that we move from place to place. So first you're going to draw a box around the symbols that you see in your neighborhood. So if you recognize any of these symbols, draw a box around them. And then you're going to circle the ways we move from place to place. So if we look, this is a train. So yes, we can use a train to go from place to place. Do you see any other ways that we move from place to place? There's a car right here. We can use a car to travel from place to place. And there's a bicycle. We can use a bicycle also. So it's important to obey these traffic symbols. It keeps us safe and it keeps us at the right speed so that we don't hit anyone and we don't cause any accidents. All right, we're in our research companion now. How can we use map symbols? So maps have symbols, and these symbols help us find things. A map key tells what each symbol means. Let's look at the map of this neighborhood and find the map key. So right here is a map of a neighborhood. And this right here is the map key. So it tells us what these symbols mean. Let's see the symbols. What symbols do we see in our map key? So this first one is a symbol, and that tells us it is the road. So if you look at the map, you can say, okay, I see the symbol. That means that is the road. Our second symbol here, that is train tracks. So when you see that in the map, you know that is train tracks. Our third symbol, the blue, is water. Then we have park. And the last one here is a hospital. So that's letting us know what these symbols mean. So let's look and see where these places and things are on the map. So right here, what do you see? That's water, correct. Now there's another thing right here that the map was telling us about. What do you think that is? The park. So this area looks like the park in the neighborhood. All right, I see something right here. What do you think those are? Train tracks. That's correct. And let's look over here. What is this? That is where the hospital is located in this neighborhood. Good job. How do people move over land, air, and water? A chart shows information, and this chart shows different kinds of transportation that people can use. So right here, this is telling us what we can use on the land. So we can use cars, buses, trains, bicycles. We use those on the land. We see over here, this is the land, there are roads. The second thing that it is showing us is transportation that we can use in the air. So if we look over here, showing us the air, what can we use in the air? Helicopters and airplanes. Okay, our last place would be water. What transportation can we use in the water? I see sailboats, I see rowboats, ships. So we can use different transportations depending on where we are. How has transportation changed? Long ago, people traveled in wagons. Look at this picture. The horses pulled the wagons, and the wagons moved slowly. In this picture, it's showing people driving long ago. The cars were different. They weren't as fast. Now, people travel in cars and in buses, and people can get to places much faster. Who was Daniel Boone? Daniel Boone lived a long time ago, and he liked to travel and explore, but it was hard to travel to some places. So Daniel Boone helped make a new path, and this path was called Wilderness Road. The path made traveling easier. So you can still walk on that path called Wilderness Road. It's part of a park in Virginia. So why was it a good idea to make Wilderness Road? It's going to help and make traveling easier for everyone else. All right, let's go to page 56 in our inquiry journal. We talked about how people move from place to place and how people move around in your neighborhood. So I want you to draw one way that people move from place to place. So you can go back and look and see how we move from place to place and draw one way that we move from place to place. And then I want you to draw one traffic sign that people have to obey. So do you remember these are a couple of the traffic signs. So you're going to draw your picture and draw one traffic sign and label your picture. You're going to write how people travel with what you drew. All right, superstars, you're doing a great job. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.